All right, Tens, I've had a question for some explanation on number 3 in your homework from the handout. So we have a plane that takes off in a straight line and it travels along the line for 10 seconds. And then when it reaches a height of 300 meters, um, then it reaches a height of 300 meters. So it asks if the plane is traveling at 60 meters per second, at what angle is the plane ascending? So I think the difficulty in this question is just to decide what's happening with the plane. So if a plane takes off from the ground and then a plane will travel in a straight line like this, okay? And it travels in this direction for 10 seconds. So this is 10 seconds and it travels at 60 meters per second. Okay, so then once it's gotten to this point, it says it reaches a height of 300 meters. So now we can actually create ourselves a right angle triangle to the ground. Okay, um, and we know that this height is going to be 300 meters. And it asks us to find the angle at which the plane is ascending. So the angle of ascent or the angle of inclination is this angle right here between the horizontal and the hypotenuse. So we're going to let theta be our angle of ascent, okay? And so then the only other piece of information that we need to figure out is we know that the plane ascends for 10 seconds and it takes and its speed is 60 meters per second. And so if you remember, distance is equal to speed or speed times time. So we know it's traveling at 60 meters per second for 10 seconds. And so in that case, then the distance is going to be 600 meters. So it's going to travel for 600 meters. And so now in order to figure out the angle of ascent, it's just a straightforward trig question. So you have your opposite side, you have your hypotenuse. When you have the opposite and hypotenuse, you know that you need to use sine. So we know that sine of theta then is equal to the opposite, which is 300, over the hypotenuse, which is 600. So theta is equal to sine inverse of the ratio 300 over 600. And so theta then is equal to 30 degrees. Don't forget your units, so make sure you put your degrees, and don't forget your concluding statement. So therefore, the plane is ascending at an angle of 30 degrees. So I think that the trick in this question is just understanding your side lengths, okay? And so your plane is going to start here, right? My goodness, looks more like a shark, and it's going to fly on a straight line. So the plane is actually going to head in this direction, okay? And then once it has traveled for 10 seconds, it is 300 meters off of the ground. Hope that helps.